Hey guys, welcome back to g3fashion.com, and today's video is for all you bridesmaids or even a bride. If you're watching this video, it's really going to help you on how you can choose Indian wedding bridesmaid outfits. I'm going to give you some style tips and also give you some trends which are trending these days. So if you're still new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also we've got more style videos for women on Indian wedding. You can also check that out. So now, without wasting our time, let's move on to the video. So first, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can go for a basic planning on choosing your bridesmaid outfits. So for that, I want to talk about the combinations on how you can decide. So there are three ways you can decide. The first is you can pick out any element or any color from your wedding dress or your bridal dress, and then you can coordinate that same in your bridesmaid outfit, whether it's a sari, whether it's a lehenga, or even if it's a salwar suit. So yes, this can also be like if you pick out a magenta or a red from the bridal dress, maybe your bridesmaid can have a blouse which is in red, or maybe they can choose a red sari even if it's in a different fabric or a different pattern, but the color is the same. Or what you can do is pick out another element which is the work style, like Lucknowi for instance, or even mirror work. You can have the same combination in your bridesmaid. So yes, this is one way where you can mix and match or coordinate with your bridesmaid. The other one is to go for a contrast. Now suppose if you're wearing a red or a maroon lehenga, you can give your bridesmaid a pink, a green, or even a beige or a gold. Now this again doesn't depend, this also would also affect if you give them the same type of sari, or even if you give them a lehenga. You can keep the colors the same or even the styles the same. And the last one, which is the third one, is what you're all aware of, going in the same harmony. If your bride or if your bridal lehenga is red or green, you can give them the same family tone. For example, if it's red, you can give them magenta or pink and peaches. And if it's a green, you can give them blues or lavender or even a lighter green in the same family. You don't really have to keep the dresses the same. You can give them different styles, like for instance, if they're wearing a straight cut gown, you can give them a flared, the other one you can give them an anarkali dress, the other one you can give them a straight fitting dress, and the other one can also work out in sleeves patterns or even off shoulders. So this is what I mean by harmonizing the same theme. So I hope you guys have got some good tips on how you can coordinate and plan your dresses. Now let's move on to the trends that are up for the season. Now let's talk about the trends. Now before that, one more additional tip is that when you're going for the trends, even if shararas for instance are in trend right now, this may be not necessary that your bridesmaid or your sister is comfortable wearing a sharara. Maybe they'll just wear it for your wedding. So opt for something which everyone as a bridesmaid is comfortable, including you as a bride. So yes, you can always work out the plan together instead of deciding what your bridesmaid will be wearing. So yes, this is just an example. Now the first one is lehengas. We'll be talking about lehengas which can trend or which will be trending for bridesmaid. So first of all, when you're choosing lehengas for bridesmaid, remember they don't have to overpower your bridal dress or your bride's dress. So remember to choose colors which are coordinating but are in a lower tone than hers. If she's wearing a magenta, you would like to wear something which is beige or gold or even a lighter hue like light pink if it's in the same family. Or you can also go with a contrast like a light blue or a pista to keep that balance in the lehengas. So for this, I'd like to tell you that even elements that you choose are very important in work detail. So you can go for a Lucknowi lehenga which has lighter work, or you can also opt for a sequence lehenga which has minimal sequins just in the borders of the lehenga or in the vertical lines, which matches your bridal look. Apart from that, lehengas which have lesser flare, I'm not talking about the circular flare, but lesser flare are also in trend. So yes, as a bridesmaid, you can also opt for lehengas which are kalidar but have a little bit lesser flare. Or you can choose horizontal panel lehengas which give out the flare, just like the one I'm wearing. You can see, which is also very comfortable, and you can see that the fabric that you choose can also be lighter in weight like a georgette or even a crepe. It doesn't necessarily have to be a silk even if your bride is wearing a silk lehenga. So yes, these are the tips that you have to keep in mind when you're choosing a lehenga for your bridesmaid. And if you're choosing a choli, again remember to keep the styles very simple and in a normal style which would suit all women, because you have different bridesmaid and maybe each and every next style will not suit them. So yes, you can keep the basic styles or you can customize each style for each bridesmaid. And the easiest way to style is to go for crop top and skirts, or also known as crop top and lehengas. Now this can be in bias cut or the ones which are flared from the waistline with box pleats, and these can also be in plain colors with plain fabrics like satin, crepe, cotton silk or silks as well for the comfort. And you can always style them with an embroidered or a printed blouse to match the whole look, and you don't even need a dupatta with this. So these are perfect choices for a bridesmaid. Now let's come to sarees. Now the option is the first one which I explained, that you can pick one element or you can also go with the color which is in complementary. So I would again suggest that if you're picking up a Kanjivaram saree for your bridesmaid, you can keep the colors or the style pattern the same, or you can also opt for the same colors of the saree in lighter fabrics like satin, chiffon or georgette, and have a nice work embroidered detail with a little bit of bling to add the same gold vibe of the bridal lehenga to the saree. And this is a perfect ways you can style. Or again, one more way is you can go with contrast. You can also give them blue sarees, green sarees and color gradients, or you can also go with one color in the same, which is gold. And these type of sarees are trending much, where you can wear a lightweight saree in the same look. Another way to go for is to pick up saree gowns, or also known as pre-stitched sarees, for the comfort. It is easier to wear, and you can also get different patterns in this but in the same style or the same type of color and embroidery. So these days salwar suits are the top trend in Indian wear, and especially for Indian weddings. So there are different styles which you can opt for. Now suppose if you want to go for a contemporary or a modern look, I would suggest you go for an Indo-Western, which are in dhoti suits or something which has a crop top, a palazzo and a jacket. These are also in trend, and you can give your bridesmaid the same style in the same print pattern and also cuts. But suppose you're not comfortable with the same style, then I would suggest that you pick up a same fabric for your top wear in different kameez styles, or you can use the same print in your dhotis or salwars to give the same harmonizing look in your salwar suits. And the other trend is to go for shararas. Yes, they trend very much, but again you can go for different colors and different fabrics of shararas in the same pattern of work, or also pattern stitched together, which give a harmonizing look. And lastly, I would suggest that anarkalis are always evergreen and will be in trend, and you can find out some anarkalis which are in the same fabric. Like suppose if it's a textured or a sequence fabric or even a Lucknowi fabric, you can get anarkali stitched with different yoke styles and different fabrics of the yoke, which again look harmonizing, or again use the same fabrics, the same colors, but with slightly different patterns. Suppose one has a sleeveless look, one has a corset look, one has an off shoulder, one has bell sleeves, whichever may be comfortable. So yes, these are styles which are not going out of trend. And I'd like to also mention the other tips, which are work and prints. You can still go for floral prints, you can go for sequence work, you can go for thread work, you can go for Lucknowi work, or you can also go for mirror work and zardosi work, which is trending in bridesmaid outfits for an Indian wedding. So guys, that was all on how you can choose your bridesmaids wedding dresses or outfits. And yes, I've also given you some Indian wedding bridesmaid trends which are trending in sarees, salwar suits and lehengas. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on Indian wedding. So now, without further ado, if you also want to shop the collection, you can find it on g3fashion.com, or you can also use G3 Plus video shopping service. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.